Hi, I'm Carl Schreiner. I'm on the board of the Santa Fe Symphony, and this is my wife, Harriet Schreiner. We are the co-chairs of Painted Violins 2012 for the Santa Fe Symphony.
It's been our pleasure to be the co-chairs of this event and be involved with these beautiful violins that you're soon going to see.
The goal of Santa Fe Symphony for the 2012 Painted Violin event is to have the largest fundraiser in the 28-year history of our wonderful orchestra here in Santa Fe.
In order to attain our goal, we enlisted the talent and creativity of 57 artists to paint or otherwise decorate the violins. The artists are all known locally, nationally, or internationally, and they're all professional artists.
The violins will be sold October 6th at Starren Orchestra Hall at the Santa Fe Opera here in Santa Fe. It will include a wonderful cocktail hour, a beautiful sit-down dinner, and a live and silent auction of all 53 violins. We formed a committee of art experts that reviewed 95 potential artists for us to achieve the 50-plus artists that we finally agreed upon to do violins for us.
The artists were given a violin, a very basic plain violin in a case with a bow, and they were given no limitations as to what they could do with the violin. They could remove the strings, they could take off the chin rest, they could leave it as is, they could cut it in half, whatever they wanted to do. The only thing that we asked of them is they give it a title and also that they give us what their inspiration was for the violin. We've got all sorts of artists represented here. We've got painters, sculptors, jewelers, a tin artist. What else do we have, Carl? We have
a wonderful glass artist from Australia.
Beaters.
Beaters, thank you.
A textile artist. Woodworker. We actually have artists, we have every kind of art you can think of, from Native American to Hispanic art. We have folk artists, we have traditional artists, and we have contemporary artists represented in our collection of violins.
Many people ask us where the money that we raise will go. 80% of the funds that we raise will go to support the professional musicians of our Santa Fe Symphony, and incidentally, they are all New Mexico residents. The balance, or 20% of the funds, will go to our community engagement program, which entails mentoring in our public schools as well as concerts at the retirement homes here in the greater Santa Fe area.
Everybody asks us what our favorite violin is, and frankly, because we live with these violins 24/7 and we've had them in our home for so long, our favorites have changed, and really I can't say that there's one that is really our favorite. All of these artists are so generous and so talented that I think they're all our favorites. What do you think, Carl? Do you have a favorite?
Living with these violins 24/7 for many, many months now, we have no direct favorite. We think they're all wonderful.
We've moved them around so that we can enjoy them as we walk through the dining room, and so we get a different perspective on them each time we do that.
A lot of people ask us what our inspiration was in doing Painted Violins 2012. Painted Violins is nothing new in the United States. It's been done many times. In fact, the Santa Fe Symphony did this in 2006. I elected to take this project on along with Harriet in October of 2010. We've allotted ourselves 2 years in order to do a bang-up job leading towards the gala on October 6, 2012. I might add that this is the largest painted violin event ever taken on in the United States by any musical group.
This violin is by Marie Romero Cash. She is a Hispanic woman from Santa Fe and has won several honors in the community and is well known in the community. In fact, at the Basilica, she was commissioned to do the 12 Stations of the Cross. When we asked her to participate participate in this event, she asked one of the questions that you asked, what does the money go for? And when we told her it goes for the children's programs and the musicians, she put in their honor, in her hand, this little violin for the musicians and this little face for the children. This violin is by Jim Vogel, and it's called Serenade of the Deadly Nightshade. And that's what this plant is the deadly nightshade. What he did is he actually carved the chin rest into the leaf of the nightshade, and he carved this skull hand on here also. Jim actually carves with a group of carvers in Dixon, New Mexico, and they carve together and they critique each other's work. So he did all the carving with his friends, and then he did the painting in his studio, and he originally only painted the front of it. So when he brought it back to show his fellow carvers, they said, you really should paint the sides of that. So he went back and he painted the sides, and then he decided he couldn't stop, and he painted the back. So it's like a 360-degree view of this beautiful mountain scene here.